Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Justin here, and I just saw the live-action Kiki's Delivery Service just a few minutes ago. So yeah, what did I think? Well, first of all, I have not seen the anime in like 10 years, and I haven't read the book in 10 years. But keep in mind, when you get into watching this, you are watching an adaptation of the original book and not the Ghibli anime. So there will be some notable differences, especially in the ending, which I don't really recall whether or not it was in the book. But once my spring break starts later this month, I'll probably have the opportunity to rewatch the anime and read the book. I read the book in Japanese for a Japanese class like way back in late high school, so that was like over 10 years ago as well. But yeah, so the basic plot is pretty much the same on a core basis. Kiki, when she's 13, if she wants to be a witch, she's got to live on her own for a year, and then she ends up in Koriko Island, and there, with her only ability of flying a broom, she starts her own delivery service. And of course, being the only witch in town, some people like it, some people want to exploit her, and some people want to discriminate against her, and she has those adversities and all those facets to endure. But eventually, you know, after everything, she's the only one they can count on, and then poof, people start to accept her in the end. So yeah, for the most part, anybody who's watching this review or has any intentions of ever watching this movie, then I'm pretty sure you have some familiarity with both either the original Ghibli anime or the novel, or best yet, both. For me, like I said, I haven't had the chance to see either in a while, so I kind of came in with fresh expectations. But yes, I thought this movie was really well casted. But I thought Kiki kind of looked a little older than 13, but she does bring those teenage hormones, those teenage insecurities to the role. But at the same time, you know, unlike kids these days, they don't have the chance to be on their own or get a job. So yeah, watching this movie kind of makes you realize, you know, how people complain about the youth these days. It kind of makes you think, man, I wish we put kids through shit like this these days. That was kind of going through my head as I was watching this movie. It's like, yeah, kids these days don't know shit. And I'm like, maybe we should change society, you know, to fit all this. So, you know, okay, even though I shouldn't be talking about iPhones since I'm recording this with an iPhone, but yeah, kids these days with their iPhones and you know, they have these luxuries that I didn't have as a child, or that our parents didn't have, and all that. But you're really brought back to that world where there's really nothing. They don't really try to ultimately modernize the original source material. It kind of has this, let's say, 1930s, 1940s kind of feel. So it kind of has this timeless kind of feel at the same time. Like, they do have some references to, like, let's say, 1970s fashion and music in some ways. You'll notice at the end. But, yeah. I kind of really liked how they really keep it in that sort of world, like I said before. So, other than that, of course, Tombo's in it. I thought he was excellently casted. So were his brothers and sisters. I thought the bakery and his wife, they were well casted. It's just, I really can't complain about that. The acting was really good. Yeah, there's nothing really to complain about too much. Of course, the CG with Gigi and the animals. Gigi is mostly CG. No rhyme intended. Of course, I'm not sure if I should make a joke about this. Of course, with Japan's history of animal abuse, especially with "fuck you, dolphin" and "fuck you, whale." I can't blame them for not using real-life animals. I mean, of course, you have to have the disclaimer, no animals were harmed in the making of this film, and knowing Japan, they probably would resort to that. But yeah, that's the only idea I could come up with. So yeah, it's obviously CG, but hey, the CG may not be as good as Rocket Raccoon in the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, but it's much better than the CG with Luna in the live-action Sailor Moon, if that means anything to you. But, what else? I really did like the music. I mean, I love Mai Kuraki, who does the ending theme, but I just felt the music for the time period it's trying to be in, I felt it really felt too much like modern pop. not in the AKB48 sense or the e-girl sense, but try to imagine on the lines of, let's say, Namie Amuro or what was her name, or Ayumi Hamasaki, you know, those kinds of singers. Oh, those are kids yelling. They're looking at me. But yes, you know, just generic pop music like that. And I mean, they're really good songs, but it just doesn't really fit with the environment and the tone of the movie, in my opinion. But it does try to deliver a message. I mean, that's what music does, unless you're, you know, you're Justin Bieber, shitty ass singers like One Direction. But, you know, the music does its job with what it does. I guess when you're trying to attract a younger audience, you want that kind of music. I don't know. And at the same time, you're attracting audiences my age who already know what the source material is. I mean, I doubt kids these days would want to listen to Enka or Onyanko Club, an 80s pop band, or 70s singers like Minami Saori. I don't know. But yeah, the music, I think people will have issue with it, but I guess you can come to conclusions with why they had to use that kind of music. But I thought Yuri casted in the movie was really cool. Despite, you know, being this fat chick, she's an excellent singer. Too bad I've now kind of got up with the corporate idea of how musicians should be these beautiful, thin ladies. Damn you, girls' generation, for giving me that image. But, you know, you always got to concentrate on the talent. I think we lost sight of that. I think that's what Kiki's Delivery Service does a good job of. It makes you look at things you lose sight of. That's the best thing you take from this movie. So yeah, that's it for my review, and if you can, I hope they air this in American theaters. You know, check it out. Alright, see ya.